and then we'll cover a couple of recent updates, and then we'll get into the meat of the panel. You guys ready? Woo! What? Meat, yes. All right. For those of you vegetarians, we have a meat-free panel also.
Yeah, we have some really nice soy.
All right, so introduce yourself. Go for it.
I'm Richard, lead cleanup artist at Lefter Games.
I'm outside the creative artist.
I'm Earl, or Render, whatever you guys want to call me, or girlfriend, designer. Hi, I'm John.
Hi, I'm Mariel, the art director and lead animator.
I'm Peter, I'm the CEO.
Hi, I'm Mike Z. I'm not the CEO.
I'm Charlie Price. I'm the co-founder and creative director at Hidden Variable, and you'll find out why I'm up here later in the panel.
So who's been by the booth? I didn't see you there at all. What were you? Oh, did everybody see his awesome beads?
Yeah.
Awesome beads? Who here would buy one of those? Yeah, we have to make those.
That looks really good.
I'll take those.
Yeah.
His wife made them. Yep, they're awesome. Sorry, ladies.
Out of curiosity, actually, did she find the room?
Rachel, are you here?
Nice.
Oh no. Somebody text Rachel. Okay. Let's see. Quick update on Skullgirls. I know a lot of you guys are. Thank you. I know a lot of you guys are very patiently waiting for our lobbies patch. We're working hard on that. We're going to be adding it to PS3, 360, PS4, Vita. Woo! Yeah! We picked up the Vita version. Awesome. Thank you guys for waiting. And we came out on physical version in Japan. Who imported that?
Sorry.
Yes. That's the next thing I was gonna say is after we're done with the lobbies patch, we're gonna be looking into doing physical versions. So that's exciting. And what else is coming? So we're working on this little game called Indivisible. Have you guys heard of it? We're gonna get into a big, juicy bit of the panel that'll be on Indivisible. Oh, nice, more beats. I just wanted to remind everybody that you still can contribute to the campaign. If you missed out, thanks to all of our glorious, wonderful, generous backers, which is you guys. You guys are the reason that we're still here and working on these games. So thanks to you guys that we're made it to our funding goal. You can still contribute. So if you felt like you missed out, you still got time.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for So one of the things that we're going to be doing soon, if you guys saw the update from this past week, we're going to be doing kind of an upgrade campaign to show you guys some of the in development physical goods that you're going to be getting. For those of you who are wondering what they are, and for those of you who might be on the fence about maybe upgrading a tier, or people who didn't contribute to the campaign that want to get in on it still, so you can check those out. Oh, no, okay, that's fine. Take a look, or sorry, not take a look. look in your inbox soon for more info on that, including a special message from someone on the team. All right, do we want to start talking about Indivisible?
Sure.
All right. So, as I'm sure you guys are aware, we had a bit of a roller coaster campaign. Who here backed? Thank you so much. You guys are the best.
You have no idea.
We wanted to talk a little bit about just how the campaign went and what it meant for us, and just so we can convey to you guys how much we appreciate that we're here making these games for you.
Yeah, how many of you guys have done a crowdfunding campaign before? It's hard, right?
Wow, that's a lot more than I
Yeah.
thought.
Whoa, hang on.
I thought it'd be like
You mean like run their own?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who here has backed one before? Who here has run their own? Dang, so you guys know.
It's hard. It's funny because we looked at so many other campaigns and we thought like, okay, this didn't do well, or this did really well, but people weren't happy with it. Like, what did they do that we can change? Like, what would we want to see in the campaign that all of us would back? And one thing was playable prototype was a big deal. Just as much like transparency throughout the whole campaign as possible. So we were upfront about like our publisher. We had like a matching deal going on, and we just tried to do like so many things right with this campaign. And then it kind of it happened, and it kind of didn't take off the way we expected, which is weird to say because it's weird to just expect anyone to come out and bat for you. But, we tried our best to kind of like hype it up and do everything right. It didn't start off strong at all. It was kind of weird.
I mean, another part of it was that everybody talks about the standard crowdfunding curve. I don't know if you all know that thing, but it's like, first the campaign gets a ridiculous amount of money at the beginning, then nothing happens for a really long time, and then when everybody panics at the end, they get the rest of it. So when we did the Skullgirls campaign, like that was an amazing success, and we knew that that was more of a success than most campaigns are, but we didn't know like how much more. So Indivisible was a little bit of a surprise because we didn't do that at the beginning, and then everybody was just like, yeah, that's it, like right away, which I mean we now learned wasn't the case, but it was weird to experience.
Yeah, I remember, what was it? We were at our art producer Brian's place we were just eating pizza or something, I don't remember. But it was like the first day of the campaign. I think we got together to watch it like lunch. And we were all standing around like, okay, well what's next? Because this isn't gonna make it. Like, it was just like, shrug, I don't know, man. Like, it was really weird.
It was pretty sad times. But against all odds, you guys pulled through for us, and we busted our butts to try to keep the campaign going, and you guys totally showed up. And it's I've been at the booth for the past couple of days talking to people who were backed, and probably talking to some of you guys, and it's just really, really humbling. Like, as soon as someone's like, oh man, I'm so excited for the game, I backed for such and such amount, and I'm like, oh my god, this person is, they believe in us, we gotta make this game awesome. So, so we can talk about some of the improvements that we've made, or?
Yeah, should we just talk about where we are in production, or
Yeah,
did you have videos?
I mean,
Oh yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Can you
we'll
show
show
me?
you a quick glimpse of some of the stuff that's changed.
Here we have a video entitled "Combo Video Buddies Together Again."
Yay!
This was actually made by one of the people that I used to make combo videos with.
Oh wow.
Let's hope it works.
Dynamic lighting.
So actually, the first thing I want to say about that video is the music you heard is actually the first pass on the main theme for the game from Kikuta-san. So yeah, that's what we're aiming for the music, and then Ajno will have our own theme that's based on that.
All right, are we gonna put it up?
Okay. It's the first draft. It's a very strong first draft, but it's still.
So if you go by our booth, you'll be able to see we've got a slightly updated version of the prototype where you can see some of the visual improvements that we've made. So you astute viewers can probably pick up that there are like real legit shadows and lighting in the vid there. And so we've been working on updating the engine, adding, as you saw, some new abilities to Ajna. Those of you familiar with Skullgirls and the Endless Beta are already used to seeing like rough sketch white characters. So that's just a little glimpse of our process if you're unfamiliar with that. That's how we do.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to go into it a little bit more. Like, we haven't been working on, like, brand new environments. We've been doing, like, a lot of concept and stuff. Oh, sure. Do the slideshow.
Do it now.
So, you guys got a glimpse in the video. We've been trying to kind of, like, add all the new tech that we want in the final game to the prototype. So, yeah, one of the big things is shadows is a big deal. We never had shadows before in Skullgirls. Everything was just hand painted into the textures. So one of the things we want to do is this just random? Okay.
Yeah, just
Okay,
it might be a psychic slideshow for all I know.
Sure. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we have real-time lighting. We're still working on improving it, but it's a big step in making the environments look a lot better, which I know was one of the criticisms in the prototype. And it was just, that's what we could do with the tech we had. So the game will look, I'm hoping, awesome by the end. And we've also just been implementing a new, bunch of new abilities for Ajna. We're trying to do up front, like everything that she's going to be able to do. Oh yeah. Look at that. I don't know if you want to talk about that, Mike?
What?
Abilities?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking about
You
directing.
can show the shadows and stuff, but I don't know how much time we have.
Good. All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness, I'll hit F1. That was totally the wrong thing. If you could disable F1, I'd be the happiest person ever. Who uses F1? Being that this is a Lab Zero panel and I'm always super organized, give me like 30 seconds.
1, 2.
You're actually gonna count?
Gotta keep them legitimate.
Please count. Make it
6,
go back.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 23, 24, 5, 6, 22.
Oh my god.
Yay!
Come on.
31!
I need a mouse pad to do this, but
Oh,
I can totally...
Whoa! Oh. Oh my god, the hack. Oh.
Yeah, so this is the interface here is not going to be released, so don't even bother.
Aww.
Yeah, so these are just the tools that we're using to build the levels now. In Skullgirls, we made the levels as just like one set piece, I guess, where there were two sides to the screen, everything, like nothing was modular. So it was just like we can have an illustration and then we just make it 3D and that's the level. But in Indivisible, because it's a Metroidvania, we have to make the levels all just from different blocks. And that's part of the reason why we couldn't make it look as good as Skullgirls was because we have all these different pieces, but they don't mesh together. So now, we have this tool that is being worked on that allows us to just build levels in the game. And I'm sorry, we'll never be able to play with it.
Aww. No custom levels. Though.
Anyway, yeah, shadows are pretty cool.
Wait, can you play with it real time? Oh, sorry. Okay, cool.
So if you get the chance, hop back in the original prototype and you can see the shadows are kind of...
Which I have.
Thanks. Do you want to show some of the...
Disconnect?
There's
When it's porn to show it.
No, there's an
You guys should still count.
6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
You did it this time.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so this is the prototype that you've all seen bunches of times before.
Woo!
Because I have to go through all that.
Aw.
Or mess it up. Yes.
That was
Yeah,
pretty
so
quick.
these are what the shadows used to look like. Right? This is what the shadows are in Skullgirls, and this is what the environment lighting is. with red lighting.
Get him.
He never waits.
He never wins. That should be an option.
So these are just rotated sprites. We don't get to do any of that cool stuff that you saw me doing over the last minute. It's a big deal because of things like this.
That pacifist
I don't
card.
know if you can see, but the leg is on the background. Right, that's fake.
Yeah.
So, ta-da.
You gotta fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I mean, there are a bunch of other graphical features that we get to do since we're actually trying for 3D this time. Like we have SSAO, which if you know what it is, great. If you don't, that's fine. But we basically get to pretend like we're trying to do 3D this time, and it's pretty cool.
Are we pretending?
Still looks great.
It's a flat perspective.
Sorry. Yeah, you didn't know that. We're actually just doing it real. There's also, I guess I could do this again. There's also environment lighting, which is not tweaked at all, but if I go over here, you can see that the walls are actually being affected by the torches. There was another, yeah.
It's like a disco or something.
Yeah. So the thing is, those are lights that originally just affected the sprites in the prototype. So it works right if you just look at Ajna, but they're way too bright on the background because the prototype didn't have any of this lighting on the level at all. So now we get to go fix all of this.
And if you want to come by the booth, you can try out the prototype that has all of these graphical improvements and see some of them in action for yourself.
Let's go.
Yeah, oh, right now?
Yeah, let's
Okay,
go.
yeah, let's go.
Okay.
Woo!
I think they're closed, but we can we'll see you guys in.
We're gonna prove that if we just barged in,
What are they gonna do?
Yeah.
They can't stop us.
I actually have the prototype that's at the build, so you can see.
Talk about something.
Okay. So you can see that there are two versions of it. There's old buttons and new buttons because I didn't think I'd get the new buttons done in time, but I did.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right. That actually deserves a lot. Yes.
Nice.
I'm so good at that now. Does this work? Nice.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the prototype that you are used to.
Oh, well, I want to say it looks weird now because it has the shadows on it,
Yep.
and it wasn't it was painted to not have 3D shadows.
Yeah, we
so
get
now-
people saying is this nighttime all the time? But it's not, it's just the level that's casting shadows on the background.
That's weird.
Oh yeah, so things that we've changed since the prototype. There were 3 or 4 major ones that I wanted to talk about. The first one is, oh yeah, I changed all the buttons, that's right. The first one is, she has a dash,
Ooh.
which is actually an animation. You can do it by pressing the button
Nice.
You can do it by double tapping. It works like you would figure it works. The second thing is that every weapon now has an action button. So like, it used to just be jump and attack. Now we also have action, which is different per weapon. Bare hands is a counter. So, woo! Okay, no, I don't think so, music. You're great, but no way. But yeah, so bare hands, oh, and I'm gonna have all the tutorials, well that's cool. So bare hands is a counter, which means if the enemy hits you, then you start fighting. Yes, and we get to learn how to play the game, didn't we? Woo! So the important thing about counter is that it gives you a ton of bar for every enemy you hit. So like if you hit, if you screw up, save yourself with debug keys. Come on, debug keys.
Failed once again.
I don't have them. Cool. All right. We're gonna do this for real.
No cheating. Get good.
Yeah, I was strong. It's okay.
Debug keys, please.
No.
All right. So, anyway, the big deal about counter is after this is over. Yes. Hello, debug keys. I would like you. Where are you?
They said no. You'll have to call back later.
Where are you now? There we go. Okay, so now I have debug keys.
Whoa.
Also, hustle.
That's what.
Wait.
That brings me to a question. Who made it out of the boss pit?
Oh, yes.
Nice.
That took
Who even knows what we're talking about? Alright. So yeah, Hustle, which was just run before, has been actually animated. She runs so fast she outruns her hair and her clothes. Yeah, that's right. I had actually written down to not say that.
You gotta write it before. You have to write that before.
Yeah. So anyway. Yeah,
Whoa.
so I have everybody because I have debug keys. The next thing is that if you start a fight by initiative, which means you hit the person, which I didn't, now I can save myself. So if they hit you or you touch them, then the same thing happens in the prototype. Everybody goes to their positions and you start the fight. But if you start it by attacking them, it starts you right in the middle of your turn with everything. This is like, that's what I wanted to do, but we didn't have enough time. So it takes you out of the platforming a lot less.
That makes things really sad.
Oh.
You saw nothing.
We saw too much.
But yeah, so that one's the major one. Dash is the other major one. And the third one was, so since we have action button for everything, now I have everything.
Damn.
Axe against block. Oh yeah, this is the inner realm pose. It doesn't do anything yet. But we already talked about the fact that she has inner realm, so
I'm sorry, she's naked all the time.
no, she has
No, it's a leotard.
Oh, we'll stream or like put up videos of the game. I think the streams are okay. But when we put up games or videos of the game in progress, we actually got told by the ESRB that we need to give her spandex. Just so now we draw like sleeves and shorts. You know, because it's like when we're animating, we animate the body first just to get the movement down, and then we want to test as soon as possible. So she's naked most of the time, which whatever, I don't care. But like, the ESRB told us that we couldn't do that before putting videos up. So
Yeah. So the other major thing that pretty much everybody wanted in the prototype was if you're attacking one enemy and you finish them off, it automatically switches targets to the next one.
Thank you.
So these were the three things that I wanted to briefly cover because those were the ones that were like, yes, we know it should work that way. We didn't have time to do it. As far as new buttons go, I mean, I'm on a keyboard, so it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. But dash is R1, which I guess for you guys is this side.
Two.
Weapon switch is L2, and then action is circle. But we have PS3 controllers, so action is
Yay.
circle, and inner realm is triangle, which is like normally the menu button in RPGs.
You could catch him.
You're in debug mode.
Yeah. So the other things to show you are we have the other two weapons that are in progress. We have bow, which has directional shot.
Woo!
And obviously you can shoot things.
Shoot all of them.
Yeah, and the first ability that we've already shown on stream a whole bunch, so it's not really spoiler even, is explosive arrows.
Oh.
Which you can also do in the air. Charge shot covers you, which makes it easier to target things.
Oh.
You don't get any extra distance.
Oh.
You just get extra hang time.
Oh, okay.
Which is probably going to be useful anyway. At least I hope so.
Yeah.
And we have spear. Yes, I am not used to these new buttons and keyboard at all. That's right. So that's way tempting. It just turned out to be the right length. So now we've drawn it as the big square thing because then nobody does that. So spear has a bunch of stuff that you start with. It obviously has regular attacks. It has toss, which makes sense. That's the action for spear. It has upward stab, which also lets you, let me go somewhere useful for this. Yeah, don't you wish you had keys?
Oh. Platform.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, which lets you hang on ceilings, put them to the back. These aren't actually spoilers, but they're not all default for the weapon. You do have to get some of them, so obviously ceiling hang is not going to be something that you start with. And she has pole vault, which is less useful out here because there's invisible collision that I forgot about. Never mind. She doesn't have that one yet. I'm not done with a bunch of stuff for her. But yeah, so like both block and counter help you in a lot of places. Let me get my keys right. So depending on what level, I wanted to show you that because depending on what level the enemies are, you can still block. Like you won't take the full damage, but it starts the fight. And if they're that much higher than you, you also can't counter. So this will be a lot more apparent when we get to the final game. I just had to like pick enemies to make higher level because we have 3. So that was the 3. And as for, I guess this is the end. So I was also going to show one tiny thing that we haven't shown anyone yet. Because you know, Anime Expo panel. So, if you're ready, let me have a cursor. You don't have to count, this is normal. You can go. Oh yeah, so, here we go. So, this is the other thing that we added to make it much more apparent what's going on. So I gave myself a power boost, so those enemies are now lower level than me, so they're upset. Right, so if I punch them, I now don't get in the fight. If they hit me, I do, but if I attack them, then we tried to communicate this in the prototype after you got the axe, and that was not very well communicated, so now I hope this makes a little bit more sense. But yeah, the thing I wanted to show off wasn't that.
Suplex.
Yeah, so his upgraded counter. Also, then bad. Alright, come on. Yeah. So, I mean, you can guess what the next upgrade after that is based on the two I just showed you, but I'm not going to show you that one.
Double counter?
Aerial suplex.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
What about the Kurosagama?
Oh, corkscrew kick.
Slide, and then the upgrade to slide is slide jump, which is one of your first Erica things. Oh, okay, sure.
What about the next weapon?
She wanted me to do something very specific. Yeah, we have to care about secrets on this game because
Yeah, that text is to keep us from showing something we're not supposed to.
yeah, I know what I'm supposed to do, but that's to keep other people from doing it. All right, so.
Can you count that? Oh. Oh my God.
Yeah. So just to point it out, I guess we're done. Okay. That wasn't supposed to happen. Just to point it out, there aren't any specific, like, you can't do this to the boss in this